Welcome to this installment of the video series to help our officials regional website and communications volunteers get the most effective use out of the Hockey Alberta officials website platform. I'm Brad Lyon, Senior Manager of Communications at Hockey Alberta. I'm pleased to be able to put this information together for our officials volunteers. If you have any questions or if there's information in here that you would like to try and implement for the benefit of the members in your region, please reach out to me by email, blyon, blyon, at hockeyalberta.ca, and we can start working on putting together what you would like to do. Before we get too far into the video, quick reminder of how to access the Hockey Alberta officials website. You can go to the actual website address, which is officials.hockeyalberta.ca. Or if you're on the Hockey Alberta website, go to the officials tab, click on the officials tab, and it will take you directly to the Hockey Alberta officials web platform. Our focus in today's session is the actual pages that comprise the Hockey Alberta officials website. And the focus is going to be on the officials region tab and the individual pages that have been created so that for each region, so that our volunteers within each region can make sure that local and regional information that pertains to the officials in a particular part of the province is available and easy to access for the members in that area. Before we get into that, I just wanted to do a quick overview of the rest of the site. Just so that everybody's sort of aware of the general philosophy sort of behind how the website was put together. As I said, we've got our news page, which is the landing page with the news ticker, the news feed. How to populate stories and information to that is discussed in our other video. We have the officials region tab, which we'll focus on in a few minutes. And then we have the rest of the website, which is covered under the rest of the tabs in the menu bar here. So the intent is that with a majority of this website, that it's presenting information to our officials across the province, providing a one-stop location for any official in the province of Alberta or who is moving to Alberta to be able to find out what they need to know to be able to officiate, to be able to get registered, to be able to get signed up to become an official within the province of Alberta. So we've got information on registration and what needs to happen as part of that, how to find a clinic, registration fees, that type of thing. We've got a development tab, which talks about the various aspects of the development process, mentorship, officials development, grassroots officials, female officials. That information is all under the development tab. And we've got rules, resources, standards, basically all of that information that as an official, regardless of your level, regardless of your experience, regardless of your location in the province, type of information that should be consistent and that they need to know when they're stepping on the ice to do to skate a game. The final two tabs that I'll just draw attention to are the multimedia and awards tabs. Yes, they have a provincial focus. The idea being that things like the WHL video series, which were done for 2 or 3 seasons, could be housed here. But some photos of our officials in action or our officials enjoying themselves, general interest type things, stories of our news stories of our officials in the media, those types of things can be posted here as well, so that they're available for all to see. And the same thing with the awards. We have provincial awards, obviously, but we also know that at the regional level, most, if not all of our regions hand out awards. And one of the things that we'd like to try and do is get all of that information centralized so that we can celebrate our officials in an easy to find, easy to locate location. So that's just a general overview of the officials website. As I said, our focus for this particular video is showing you, helping you understand some of the options, some of the features that we have built into our website platform that you can use to share information and communicate with registered officials within your particular region, in your particular part of the province. So to do that, of course, to access that information, we need to log in. And to do that, you click on this admin login link, and when you click on that, it'll take you to a login page where you enter your login credentials, your username, and your password. Credentials have been created for each region. If you, as well as some individual members of the provincial officials committee. If you don't have your credentials, or if you would like credentials set up for you, please reach out to me and we can get that taken care of. I would just remind everybody the importance of data security, the importance of keeping your login credentials confidential. There is important information that gets stored within the website CMS, and we want to make sure that we maintain the integrity of that data, the security of that data, and that's an important part of that is the maintenance of your login credentials, the protection of your login credentials. So now we've logged in. Once we've logged in, you'll be taken to a dashboard. What you'll see on the dashboard is probably not quite as elaborate as what appears for me. Basically, you'll see 4 items: pages, newsletter, blog, and dynamic forms. Dynamic forms, blog, and newsletter are discussed in the other video that I've put together for officials and volunteers. So you can, if you view that, you'll find out a little bit more about these parts of the platform. Our focus today is on pages. When you click on page content under pages, this is where you go. This listing is every page that comprises the Hockey Alberta officials website. Fair number of pages, not nearly as many pages though as the main Hockey Alberta site, but still a significant number of pages. So just a reminder, please, when you're going to do some updating, make sure that you've clicked on the right page and that you're working within the right area of content. Would also remind you at this point that when you're working on pages, when you're updating content or adding content, please make sure you save regularly. There is no worse and annoying feeling than when you've worked for 25 or 30 or minutes or longer and you go to save and all of a sudden it takes you back to the login page and you realize that nothing that you've just worked very hard on has been saved. So please, after every 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, please make sure you save and go back in and then continue working on your content. Without getting into too many details about naming strategies and page hierarchies, just a general overview of what you're looking at here on this list of pages. You're looking at pages that are considered at different levels of the website. So for example, we've got news, we've got officials regions, we've got, as we scroll down a little farther, we've got register, we've got development. And if you remember when we looked at the public part of the site a couple of minutes ago, we had these menu items as well. So we've got officials regions, we've got news, we've got register. Those are the sort of top level menu items. Then under each of those, we have second level and third level, and in some cases, fourth level pages. But if you look under officials regions, if you remember under officials regions, we had contact us, we had each of the officials regions, and then we had newsletter. And if you take a look here, you can sort of see how that lays out. We've got officials regions. And then on the second level, we've got contact us. And we've got North region. Under North region, we have a number of other pages that have been set up and are connected to the North region. Same with the Northeast region. And as we scroll down, Peace region, that type of thing. So generally, that's what we're looking at. Just different levels of pages connected to each other, and sort of as you see arrows and indents, that helps you track sort of how many clicks down you are to get to a particular page. As we continue on taking a closer look at the officials regions, What I'm going to try and do is show you how it would look as you're working on it in the CMS, and then also compare that to how it appears on the public-facing site, how your members, how your officials will see the information that you've posted. As we've established the regional pages on the Hockey Alberta official site, we've essentially come up with two ways of doing it. When we started the transition of the officials regions from their own websites to having a home on the Hockey Alberta official site, the way we set things up was largely with pages, a parent page, and a number of tabs on that page. And we're going to use the North region as our example of how we did that. And then after, do a quick run through of how we set up the North region page and most of the other regional pages on the site. I'll do a quick comparison of some of the ways we did things maybe a little differently in setting up the Central region as they made the transition to the Hockey Alberta platform this year. So with North region, Northeast region, South, Central, and Peace, the way we've done this is with what we'll call page content and then tabbed content. So when you click on in this case, the North region page, this is what you'll see when you go in. You see what the button text is. You see that it's under the parent page of officials region. Its numerical order is second because it's under the contact us. Remember, we had the contact us with the how to contact the provincial officials committee members. And then we go into details. Main header on the page is North region, and a few other things that we're not too concerned about at this point. We have what we call page content, and we have tabbed content. So on the page content, we have things like social media links, if you have them for your region. We have information that you can include here that will appear as page content. So for example, you can see here the North region had notification of its first general meeting of the season. It also has information, links to the updated rule book for 22-23, where you can get them, links to either download them on your Apple phone or your Android phone. So that's what we call page content. And we'll show you what that looks like on the North region page. There's the information that we just saw in the CMS. Now we see how it appears on the North region page. And you can post as little information in the page content or as much information. Some regions simply have the social media. Others have a fair amount more information. That's largely up to you. And then we have our tabbed content. And as I said, when we started making the transition of the region sites to the Hockey Alberta platform, we set things up largely with tabs as tabbed content that would appear on this landing page. So that basically, if I'm a North region referee and I come to this page, everything that I need to know should be visible either in the content, the page content section, or in the tab content section. So you can see we have a number of tabs with information on them. As we've created the tabs, we've tried to keep them consistent in the tab language or the tab terms between regions. We've tried to keep that as consistent as possible. When we go back into the website CMS, to see that information, to update that information, to create tabs, we go into tabbed content. So as we scroll down, we see that we have a listing of the executive under a tab. We have a clinic schedule under a tab. We have the award winners from the 21-22 season in a tab. We have a list of North Region officials from over the years who have participated in the officials development program, some supervisions information. You also see we have a tab on spring hockey. And if you recall, we didn't actually see a spring hockey tab here. You have the option with a tab to hide it or make it visible. And you can do that. It's a very useful function because if you're at a point in the season where spring hockey doesn't apply, for example, or the North Region Golf Tournament, they haven't started planning it yet, you don't need people to see that tab until you're ready to share information. For the golf tournament, once they have information ready for it, they can add that information here, click to show it, and then it will appear on the website. And as you can see, there's a few other tabs here that have information that appears on the North Region page. So as you go through, you decide the tabs that you want to populate information under. There's various ways that of showing that information. You can see we can create tables. We can include links to files that could be downloaded. These are links directly to email addresses. Or you can simply drop information in and provide it for people to read at their leisure. So that's the page content and the tabbed content options. The other option for presenting information to your members is essentially with a landing page or page content and links. And as I mentioned, this is how we've actually sort of worked at setting up the Central Region platform this year as they've made the transition over. So little different look. We'll show you within the tabbed content that there is tabbed content used. So it is definitely an option that you can use, but you'll also notice that much of the tabbed content at this point is hidden. So we have it there if we need it, but if we don't want to show it, we don't have to. And in fact, on this site, the only tab that we've actually got showing is the list of regional committee members, and you can see that it blends in nicely with the page. They're always listed, and because it's the only tab. What we've done to replace the information, or to replace the tabs and the information that would be appearing on those tabs, is we've actually created individual pages. So you can see we have an About Central Region page, we have an assigning page, administration, clinics, and registration and development. And these two links will take you directly to other sites for goal line assigning or the regional administration login. So we won't worry too much about those. But what we've done here is rather than have 5 tabs, we've actually created 5 pages. So we'll go back to the pages and show you what that looks like. So the Central Region is right here in our page listing. So as you can see, as I'm showing, we have our Central Region page here on the website. We have in the CMS, we go into Central Region, and what we've done is we've got some page information or some page content. So again, very similar to the other option where we are using page content. We are using the tabbed content to a certain extent. But the difference is that rather than having a large number of tabs, we've put that information now in individual pages. So you can see that we have these individual pages, and we'll get out of this page and we'll go back and we'll show you that each of those pages that were listed on the Central Region page now are listed here under Central Region as third level pages within the official site. So, about Central Region. We click on the About Central Region page. We go into there. We see that there's three sections that are comprised there, and they actually connect to each of these connect to another link or another set of pages. If we go to administration, we can see that there are a number of links with additional information on that page pertaining to social media, policies, insurance, regional transfers, that kind of information. All information that could have been on a tab, but rather than putting it on a tab, we've just created a separate page, linked that separate page from the landing page, and now we have the ability to add or update content on each of those individual pages. Now, as you can see, when we go to the administration page, we can see what we were looking at in CMS. So, for example, if you want to see what the central region policies are, you could click here. That file will download. If you are looking to get information on insurance, we link to the insurance page on the Hockey Alberta website. You want to find out more about the associations or league rules or that type of thing within the central region, there's information on that. So again, just a slightly different way of presenting the information and posting the information to make it available for your members. Regardless of which format we use to display the information on our regional pages for our members to be able to access. There's a fair bit of functionality available within the content or within the page content area, within the tab and within each of the tabs, if you're using tabbed content, to spice up how things look, to make them attractive and eye-catching and that type of thing. So I'll just go through a bit of the functionality that's available to spice up how a page looks. There are just it's largely the same type of menu or command area as you would find in a Microsoft Word document. If you could click under formats, you've got header type options. Those are the only options we have, and basically as they appear here is how they look. For within content, you can make it bold, italic. Here, you can block quotes or that type of thing. Alignment, font size. It defaults to 14. You can make it larger if you want it, or you can set up links. You can also set up links through and buttons through these two commands here. So you've got those options under formats. Icons generally don't use too much. If you want to change the color of the text, you do that here. You can even custom make your own color if you want to. Standard, bold, italic, underline, alignment for text, bullets, numbers, indent or increasing or decreasing indent. If you're planning on uploading a file, so a photo or something like that, or actually no, a PDF or something like that, you would do that here through the insert file, and you would click on that, and you find the appropriate folder, which is officials, and you have the option of creating a subfolder within there, or you can just upload it to the top level and then click it in. If you're uploading a file, you do that by clicking on that item, take your file, you drag and drop it here, and as long as it's under 5 megabytes, there shouldn't be any issue. It'll give you a green check mark here that show that it's uploaded properly. And if you want to insert it into your content, you can do that from here. So actually, I will just insert attachment. So to do that, you would you'd highlight this, you'd click here. You're now in the officials folder. We're just going to drop it in the top level. I'm just going to go and find a random PDF to drop in here. So we go back to here, we do that, we click here. Hit that arrow, always important to hit that arrow. We grab our PDF that we're going to upload, we drag and drop it, we get our green check mark, and then because we want it to attach right to where we have highlighted, we just click there, and then all of a sudden it's linked there. The file is uploaded to the CMS, and if you want, you can go in here and you can change the name that's going to appear. Do that. If you'd like it to be open a new window, you can click there. And if you want it to be a button as opposed to just text, you can pick a small button or a large button option. We'll make it small button. We'll click there. We'll save it. And then we'll show you on the test page that I've created. That's what the small button looks like. When you click on it, your file downloads right there, and then you can open it up. Go back down and find my test page again. So that's how you insert a file. Similar process for inserting a photo, except to do that, you're going to do that here. Again, you're going to be in officials. You want to be here. And you're going to take your photo. You're going to drag and drop it. Hit your check mark. There's where we want it to appear. And if we want to do that again to show you that we also have the option of setting the size of that photo. So if you notice when we imported that photo a minute ago, it was fairly small. This is going to be fairly large. That's probably too large for the display that we want to have. So we're going to go back into format. Actually, sorry, we're going to go, we're actually just going to right click on the photo. We're going to go to image, and that's going to allow us to make it smaller. We're going to make it smaller widthwise. We want it to be constrained. And now all of a sudden we have a photo that is a pretty good size. We save the changes. We go back. We take a look at our test page, and we see that we've now added the photo to the page. We go back, we find our test page. You'll notice that under status, I have this middle button clicked. That means that the work that I'm doing on as I create this page is not publicly being seen yet. This, as if we show the status, that's the hide button. If we wanted it to be publicly visible, we click the little eyeball here. That would make it publicly visible. And if we have this one clicked with the line through the eyeball, that means that no one can find it. I mean, it's what's called disabled. And if we didn't want anybody to see a page, that's what we would where we would put it, just so nobody could see it. In this state, if someone has the direct web link, they can find this, but it's not publicly visible if you're just sort of looking around on the website. So we've imported a file and attached it. We've imported a photo and made it visible. We want to do some text. That's the default for normal text. If we wanted to make it a different color, we would do it there. If we wanted to make it bold, there. We want to right align it, we do it there, or center it. We'll bring it back. If we wanted it to be the first line of a bullet, we'd do that, and then hit return. Then we've got our next bullet. If we want to indent that bullet, we do that. If we want to put it back, we do that type of thing. If we want to insert a link, so we showed here how you upload a file. We showed how you upload a photo and make it visible. If we wanted this to be a link to something else, we would do that by clicking on this link command. We would go in here. We could either connect it to a file, or if we wanted to, for example, connect it to another page on the website, we would go get that link. We would put it in here. Probably may want to make it a new window. And if you want, you can make it a bullet or a button, or you don't have to. So we do that, and we save the changes. We go back to our test page. We now have a link. And when we click on it, it takes us to the North Region page, because that's what we had copied. So there's a quick run through of some of the options that you have within the content pages of the official's website platform. As I mentioned, if you're looking at this and you're going, well, can't remember what this means, click on the little question mark, and it will give you the explanation of what each of these buttons means. Short version is anything that is green here is visible on the website. Anything that is green here can be visible with the direct link. So what you'll see in a lot of cases, and we'll go back up to the regional pages, is for example, under the central region, we have 4 pages pertaining to assigning and availability. These are listed as not being visible on the website. But if we go to the central region assigning page, you'll see that all of those links, community assigning, rural assigning, central region assigners, availability, are visible on the assigning page. So you've got community assigners, you've got rural assigning, you've got central region assigners. All of that information is linked here, and when you click on it, it takes you to a page that that is accessible because you have the link to get there. We'll bring this video to a close in a minute or two. Again, just wanted to sort of show you the difference in items here, or status. This is under the Northeast region page. A couple of years ago, they had created individual bio pages for each of their executive members. Now, those aren't current anymore, which is why they've been disabled. But that's an option if for a region, if you're interested in letting people know a little bit more about your executive members, or if you want to do profiles on some of the members of your region, that type of thing. The options are unlimited. Other than, I know that everybody is busy and there's not necessarily as much time to do as much as you would like to. But if there's anything that we can do to help here in the Hockey Alberta office, that I can do to get you set up with something, get a platform set up, get a page set up, please, again, reach out to me, Brad Lyon, Senior Manager of Communications, blyon, B-L-Y-O-N, at hockeyalberta.ca. Please reach out, and we will work with you to get created what it is you would like to have created for communicating with your officials. Thank you.